Yeah. Hey guys, we're back with another recap. Today we'll be reviewing episode 20 of Love Island USA. Grab your popcorn. Although this is going to be a short video, straight to the point, I'm just talking about the important things that happened in this episode and just summarizing them and giving my thoughts. So if that sounds like your vibe, don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. And if you're watching this on TikTok, please follow my page. If you are watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel and let's get into this review. So Olandria and Nick, in my opinion, pretty much watered down their kisses and conversations to Sierra. And to me that was very hilarious. Like, do these people really think we are stupid? You guys clearly kissed and had a connection, when you were trying to explore things, and now I just hate how they are making us, the viewers, look dumb. Like we didn't see what we saw when they were trying to explore themselves, hashtag Olandria and everything. While I do not believe that they would have walked full on, in at the end of the day, if they did choose to explore things, or I didn't think that Nick's intentions were the purest with Olandria, I still feel like, and I cannot, roll out the fact that there was a connection regardless. There was definitely physical connection. Now, emotionally and all those other things, and them having things in common or them having good conversations, not necessarily, but there was definitely a physical attraction on both sides, or at least with Nick. And I just hated how they watered it down to Sierra and made us, the viewers, look stupid. And then Sierra also saying, talking to Olandria and saying that they thought in the villa that Taylor and Olandria's couple were like the strongest couple in the villa, makes me now realize that Olandria's delusion was partly because of the islanders as well. You guys are also to blame. Because what do you mean? And then at night we see them getting freaky again. That's Nick and Sierra. Like, it literally wasn't even up to 12 hours for them being back in a couple, and then Nick and Sierra already doing things under the sheets. I just feel bad for Sierra though, because movie night is definitely going to be definitely going to be a lot of fireworks. That's for sure. Adriana wanting to pull Pepe. I didn't really see that coming, but then I'm like, okay, I could actually see that. If I think about it more, I definitely see them making a cute couple, and they definitely look cute together, or at least cuter than her and Brian. And I'll definitely love to hear you guys' thoughts on that. I actually thought that Chris and Huda's conversation as well tonight was really nice. In the beginning of the episode, they seem to be getting along really nicely, and even Huda was like, they obviously aren't closed doors, so he's more than open to exploring things or exploring other connections if he chooses to. And I also love that he did say that her being a mom didn't really affect him or bother him, or make him feel any type of way. And you could just tell that hearing that made Huda feel really, really good. They seem to have a really good connection, and I know that Chris also still has a strong connection with Shelly. So it's going to be very interesting seeing how he moves with the two and how Shelly also moves with Ace. About them, we'll also touch on that a little bit towards the end of this video. Taylor saying that he's still open to exploring Olandria even with his couple now makes me want to knock him in the head sideways. What do you mean? That chapter is closed, and don't you dare try to send any mixed signals with her again. Like, what rubbish? You said that you were 100% happy with your decision on picking Clark, yet you're saying this again to Ace that, oh, you don't mind still exploring things with Olandria. And I'm starting to think that he's really, really weird. Another thing I noticed when he and Ace were having this conversation, they were in a spa, and I'm like, damn. I feel like there are a lot of views and features in this villa that we haven't seen. The public hasn't seen. In this Love Island show. Like, the villa is definitely well equipped. Like, that spa looked amazing. The spa looked really nice, really, really nice. Okay, Love Island. Ace and Shelly. Ace not understanding why Shelly is still open to exploring things outside of their couple when he was doing the exact same thing for the past few weeks, with her. And he was exploring other connections with the bombshell is very nasty work to me. The double standards with him is honestly very insane, and Ace being more bothered about the fact of losing rather than his connection or building a connection with Shelly has told me all I need to know about that guy. All I'm gonna say is, Shelly, you better run. Also, hear me out. Ilan and Olandria, I feel like they will make a really cute couple. They could try exploring things together. Are we saying that? Yes? No? Elandria? Hashtag bootleg Nicolandria? No? Okay, let me know in the comment section as well. Well, at the end of the episode, they play a heart race challenge, and boy, oh boy, the results definitely sparked some tension, especially with Huda and Shelly. Now, this is a very tricky situation because I definitely see both sides. Yes, I do. I can see how Shelly would get upset to the point of, you're supposed to be my friend. In the beginning, when you were with Jeremiah, any little thing that any girl did with Jeremiah, you always took offense to it, even in the competitions and all that. You didn't see it as a competition. You always saw it as, oh, loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. The girl should not do anything with Jeremiah. So I can definitely see her getting upset in that approach, like if you take it in that approach and all that. But at the same time, seeing how she did stuff with Chris, even doubling down, coming back to him even in the challenge and doing extra stuff on him, just made me feel like, okay, like obviously Huda is getting to know Chris as well, but you did all that with Chris. Huda didn't have a problem with that. She was even cheering you on, and Ace didn't have a problem with that. He was also cheering you on. So it was just kind of like a double standard to me because, okay, yes, granted, Huda could have picked somebody else to do that challenge with. It didn't have to be Ace, but regardless, she had to pick somebody to do it with. I think when they are putting the people on the podium, they have to pick somebody else outside of their couple, and she picked Ace, unfortunately, and did stuff with Ace. But I feel like she did stuff equally as crazy or intense with the other guys because I think I remember her slapping cheeks on a couple of the boys as well. So I'm just like, yes, she did a lot on Ace, but I also feel like she did a lot on the boys in general, unless production is just not showing us the full edit of what Huda actually did. But I just feel like I see both sides. I see Shelly's side in the point of, you're supposed to be my friend, why would you do this? Why would you pick my man? You could have picked any other guy. And at the same time, I can see Huda's, and also why would you do this knowing how you were with Jeremiah? But at the same time, I can also see Huda's point of, you were doing your own thing, you double back down on Chris, you did all that. You were also very extra in your own, let's be real, you were also very extra, Shelly, but and I was cheering you on type of thing. And now it's like I was extra with all the boys. Everybody's been telling me, you need to move on, you need to move on from Jeremiah. I'm starting to move on, I'm starting to show my personality more, and now it's like it's a problem. I feel like I honestly see both sides, and hopefully they end up having a conversation maybe next episode and sort things out. Olandria and Taylor, when Olandria did her own dance and everything with Taylor, her talking about, oh, she's saving the last best for the last, I was just like, girl, what is this? Like, you're supposed to not even be thinking about this boy. This boy should not even be in your mind or doubling back with him. Like, I guess she was trying to like serve him revenge or like tit for tat or show him what he's missing out on. But it was just very cringe to watch, especially when it was time for Taylor to do his own thing to the girls and he barely did anything to Olandria. So it's just like, you did all this for him and he did very little for you in the challenge and you think you ate with that. It just didn't come through the way she wanted it to. And I feel like it just kind of backfired and made her look even more embarrassing on national TV. And I just want Olandria to just stop thinking about the potential of her and Taylor even getting back together. And even if he crawls back, I want her to even reject him because she can do so much better. And I would rather see her explore things with Elan than see her try to rekindle things with Taylor. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. But honestly, even Olandria could even explore stuff with Chris, but then knowing how Olandria is with loyalty and like her girlfriends and everything, and how she moved even with Nick, I feel like part of the reasons why she didn't explore things with Nick was maybe because of Sierra, like she felt guilty. So the probability of her exploring things with Chris, knowing that Shelly and Huda are pursuing him, maybe not, but I feel like they would probably even make a good connection as well. But let's see, you never know. But yeah, Sierra and Nick ended up being the winners of like being the ones to raise the most hearts, and they were very ecstatic about that. I don't know if it's just me, but Nick seems a lot more quieter in his connection now with Sierra. Like ever since he tried to explore things with Olandria and all that, he just isn't giving Sierra the same kind of energy that I feel like he was giving pre Casa. So it'll be very interesting to see how their relationship, stands the test of time in the villa. But that's all I have to say, guys. Definitely, this challenge ignited a couple of fires, and I'm looking forward to seeing how tonight's episode is going to be, how the conversation with Shelly and Huda is going to turn out, how Olandria is going to keep moving and hopefully not making a fool out of herself when it comes to Taylor. And I would definitely love to hear you guys' thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Again, follow and subscribe in the different platforms wherever you're watching this video from. And I will see you guys hopefully in my next one. Bye.